I'll try to keep this very short. I want to recommend a track or an article that I wrote many years ago called "We Are the Natsarim." And in this article, it explains who the real followers of Yahushua originally were. And for many centuries, into the 4th century and into the 13th century, we were still around. And we called ourselves various names around in the period between then. But there was one of the Natsarim that were actually encountering these circus fathers, the church fathers. And they wrote about us in their writings. And I'm going to read a little bit from that today, just really briefly. And on page 2, we will quote from Epiphanius and Bonacius also. And Origen talked about us. He met one of us. And he talked about how we had a copy of the original Hebrew, a copy of a copy of a copy, I'm sure, in Hebrew of Matithyahu, they call Matthew. And that was found, a copy of that was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947. And that's documented, you can check that. Now there's a group of people that are called Natsarim. And he named us. He predicted us in Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 6, that we would arise on the hills of Ephraim, or the mountain of Ephraim. And that would be in the last days. The Natsarim would arise and say, let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah. Now this is his name in 4 vowels. Yod, He, Ua, He. And I'm talking about it right now. Now this is going to be relevant because as I'm talking about this name, no other name, but this name, he's aware of it. He's listening to this. And your heart is being weighed as you listen. We're talking about it together. And that is relevant because when we read Malachi chapter 3, he's going to claim to have written a special scroll called the Scroll of Remembrance. And I'm going to tell you what the word is that he calls us in that scroll, the exact word. If you want to get a copy of a Natsarim translation, this is an English translation, but it has a lot of restored names and words, and this is available at eBay internationally. Just order it at eBay. BYNV. There it is. BYNV. That stands for Besorah of Yahusha. The Natsarim version. You can also get them from us here in the United States at tourism.net. Anyway, the name of this video is Yahuah'S Jewels. Yahuah'S Jewels. He calls us that. And the word that he uses to call us that, I'm going to expose in just a minute. First of all, I want to show you what they used to replace this name. His name was replaced with a term in several languages that mean Lord. And that's not his name. But we're talking about his name. It's the most used word in all of Scriptures, overwhelmingly. The word that they replaced with in Hebrew was Aduni. They usually see it as Adonai. The letters I'm going to show you in Aramaic and Hebrew, and what Hebrew word number you can look it up as. Aduni. And here it is. I'll show it to you, a picture. You can slow this down or stop the video and look right at it. Now the word is H136, Aduni. And it's from the root Adon, or Adun, and that's H113, and that's spelled with 4 letters. Aramaic is right there. That's read from right to left. Aleph, Daleth, Nun, Yod, Aduni. Now this is real Hebrew right here. That's Aleph. See the A? That's where we get our letter A. Aleph, Daleth, that means door. And the third letter from the right is Nun, and the last letter is Yod. Aduni. Okay, here it is. I hope I was holding it in front of the camera. It looked like I was. Now that word means Lord in Hebrew, and they transferred that into Greek as Kyrios, and into Latin, in the Latin Vulgate, for example, as the word Dominus. It's the same meaning, Dominus. And they translated that into the Anglican Catholic translation called the King James Version, and that word Lord was transferred from Dominus directly out of the Latin Vulgate, a Catholic document. Now that word is H113, or that H stands for Hebrew, 113, and that's Adun. That's the root. The Aleph, Daleth, Ua, Nun. Now that is found in Hebrew scriptures as Lord 176 times. Actually more than that. The word Lord is found in translation because of the error 6,823 times erroneously, because it's the most used word. Yahuah's name is replaced by the word Lord, but Lord is in the translations as other than a name, but more of a title, as 176 occurrences. Master as 30 occurrences. Husband once. Owner once. Now, here's the definition of Aduni. It's a Hebrew word, a title of reverence for God. I'm reading this definition. I wouldn't use these corrupt words. It serves also as a substitute pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton. And I just showed you that. This is the Tetragrammaton. What is the Tetragrammaton? Well, the Tetragrammaton is Greek. This isn't Greek, but the word Tetragrammaton means 4 letters. In music, half of a scale is 4 notes, and it's a tetrachord. And I used to teach music. That's how I met Phyllis. She was a guitar student of mine. I was 17 and she was 16. Tetrachord, that's the first 4 notes in the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, so. No, do, re, mi, fa. Sol, la, ti, do in the scale is the second tetrachord. But a tetragram means 4 letters. Grammatic, it's grammar. 4 letters. And that's what they refer to this as, because I guess they don't want to have anything to do with it. But a tetragram, the Tetragrammaton, is specifically, you can look this word up and find out what it means. Examine it, because we're talking about his name. So they use this word Aduni to substitute his name 6,823 times at a minimum. Okay, now we've just talked about his name and the replacing of his name intentionally by multiple language translations. Now the next word I want to talk to you about is the jewel. Not the jewel of the Nile, but or it is like jewelry, but it's a metaphor. Segula. Now that is H5459, and I'll show you a picture of that. And what it means is treasure. Segula, treasure. And it also means jewels or jewelry. And it's found in many places. One place you can look up in an interlinear is Exodus 19, verse 5, Deuteronomy 7, verse 6, and especially Malachi 3, verse 17. In an interlinear, you can see it. It looks like this in Aramaic. This is Aramaic. Samek, Gimel, Lamed, Hey. This is real Hebrew. This is the language of our captors. That's why they couldn't read the handwriting on the wall, because Yahuwah was writing with his finger in Hebrew. And that's Samek, Daleth, Lamed, Hey. Segula. Segula means treasure. And I'm going to read the passage to you. Quote, this is Malachi chapter 3, verses 16 through 18. And in verse 17, you'll see the word segula. Quote, then shall those who fear Yahuwah speak to one another, and Yahuwah listen and hear, and a book of remembrance be written before him, of those who fear Yahuwah and those who think upon his name. And they shall be mine, said Yahuwah Sabaoth, on the Yom, or day, that I prepare a treasured possession. That's verse 17 of Malachi 3, and it's the word segula, H5459, a treasured possession. He's going to write our names in a scroll. And I shall spare them as a man spares his own son who serves him. Then you shall again see the difference between the obedient and the lawless, between one who serves Elohim and one who does not serve him. There it is. And I also want to recommend that you download this from TorahZone.net. It's a PDF free track, and it's called We Are the Natsarim. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next exciting video. Bye.